Hi, this is Katie. It is Tuesday afternoon, and I was in a little bit of a funk this morning, and it was just one of those times that I wasn't feeling super low, but I was not feeling great. And so I'm like, Katie, take the energy that you do have, get out of the house, get out of whatever situation is kind of like making you feel low, and go do something fun, productive, or positive, or just something that could potentially help the feeling that I'm in kind of go away, you know? And so what I decided to do is drive to my favorite park. Doing certain things like walking around a park or something are not gonna necessarily cure a mental illness that you have, right? But it could get you out of a bad mood that you're in, is doing something different, changing focus, you know, focusing on something else or doing something positive, productive, fun. And so I was able to force myself, which I know sometimes we can't do, but I was able to today. So I'm at the park, and then, so I'm gonna show you a little bit walking around, and then, yeah, I'll see you guys in a second. I am at Crockett Park, which I think I showed you guys in a vlog maybe like a month or so ago. It's just this park in, am I in Brentwood, Tennessee? I don't know if I'm in Brentwood or I'm in Nashville. Brentwood's just a town right south of Nashville, but there's this park called Crockett Park, and there's just something about this little stretch of this park that I'm obsessed with, and I feel like super like connected to. It almost makes me feel like I'm in the middle of the forest, even though like right there is like the parking lot and stuff. I don't know if I showed you correctly, but like parking lot's right there. But I'll show you ahead of me quickly. It just makes me feel like I'm in the middle of a forest, and it's really cool. And I just felt like coming here today. It's a beautiful day. It's like mid-50s. It's beautiful out, and I felt like going on a little walk. Not like a proper walk, because I'm in like my Santa shoes. These like my fake Gucci's, they're Steve Madden. Anyway, let me just show you what I'm looking at. Okay, so it obviously was a little bit different the first time I showed you in like late summer or early fall, because all the leaves are still on the trees, but there's still something just about this little stretch. Just makes you feel like you're in the middle of the woods. But now that all the leaves fell off the trees, it's a little bit different, but still just so like, I don't know, like cozy. And now that it's like crisp outside, it's just really nice. And you might be able to hear the jingle in my shoes. And there's a plane somewhere. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Hi. Have a good trip. Anyway, see, like at this part of the walk, it just gets to like all these sports fields and stuff. So you know what? We're gonna go back. We're going back. But yeah, anyway, so it's Tuesday at like, what time is it? 2 o'clock. And I worked all morning, got my video up for today, which was another one of those like travel 101 things. Wow, the lighting on this, is that better? Anyway, so I did that, and I was just in one of those like, you know, not a great mood. I was just not in a great mood. And sometimes it's so easy to like feel stuck when you're in those moods, because that's exactly how I felt. But I was like, I still feel aware enough that I'm going to switch my focus. So I showered, put on makeup, I washed my hair, which I only do like once or twice a week. And sometimes even taking care of yourself in such a almost basic way of showering, washing your hair can change your focus and change your mood. And then I'm like, I'm gonna go to this park, you know, and maybe I'll read, or maybe I'll go walk around somewhere else or something. Just wanted to do some things to switch my focus to something more positive. That's not gonna cure mental health issues or mental health illnesses, but it can potentially help your current situation a little bit, you know? So, walking in my favorite park. And there's my little car. Can you see her? My little baby blue. Wow. You know how we talk about the lighting being bad? This is probably the worst. I'm really sorry if that was too bright in your face. Hey guys, I'm back in my car. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna drive around because I really like being in my car. And especially since I'm living in an apartment and I'm in my car just less than I used to be, being in my car is just something that like, I don't know, like I feel good when I'm just like driving around and whatever. So I'm gonna do that. And then like I have a book in the car, maybe I'll read, because sometimes even just like reading or just switching focus to something productive or positive or fun helps me when I'm in low moods sometimes, you know? And so another one, which we've talked about so many times, another thing that that I could do, or that you could do if you're in kind of like one of these funks, is learn something new. And you guys know that I've worked with Skillshare in the past. If you've never heard of Skillshare, they're an online learning platform, and they have tons of online classes in a lot of like creative areas like art and writing and entrepreneurship and stuff. And there's even one class online right now by Guy Kawasaki, who's like a hugely famous entrepreneur, and even he has a class right now on Skillshare. So I'll show you a little bit of that, and I'll tell you more about Skillshare. This class really interested me, Art of the Start, Turning Ideas into High Growth Businesses by Guy Kawasaki. You guys know how much I love learning about entrepreneurship and growing businesses, so I figured that this class is just something that I'm interested in checking out. I wanted to let you guys know about it. If there's a skill or hobby or anything for your job that you're interested in learning and you want to check out Skillshare, the first 1,000 people to use the link in my description will get a free trial of the Skillshare Premium membership, and after that it's only around $10 a month. And so I want to thank Skillshare for sponsoring this video, and let's get back into, I think we're gonna go drive somewhere new. Okay, now I'm going to go for a drive for a little bit, and I'll talk to you guys in a second.
She's so dramatic, posted caption, I say no regrets, but that's just to cover up. I know the truth, I lie to tag. Yeah.
I asked you guys on Instagram, which I do sometimes. If you aren't following me on Instagram, I think that you should. But sometimes I ask you guys what you want to see, or I ask you fun questions or things like that. And I just asked you guys, hey, I'm gonna be driving around Nashville a little bit. What do you want to see? And someone said, I want to see the places that you used to live. And I'm like, that's a good idea. Because if you guys don't know, Nashville was the first place I ever lived outside of living with my parents. And I lived here for 2 years in like my early 20s, right before I started getting on the road like a lot. And I lived in a couple places here. I actually lived in Antioch for the first 6 months. And then I lived in a place called Wedgwood, Houston, one of like the little towns in Nashville called Wedgwood, Houston, which back then was not the nicest part of town, but now it's like super fancy houses and stuff. This was like 10 years ago. Wow, wait. Yeah, I moved to Nashville December 1st of 2010. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, so maybe I'll go show you like one of the places, or maybe both, I guess depending. But I think that might be fun to show you like where I used to live in Nashville. Also, I was just looking up like directions how to get there, but I kind of want to see if I can get there from memory. I think I'm gonna do that. Okay, let's go.
You slept on me, collected season. Now that keep you up at night, that should keep you up at night. Oh, I seen this play out before. I moved on and now you're bored. My new relationship is popping, something you can't ignore.
Okay, see that Waffle House right there? I'm pretty sure that that was the last meal I ever ate with gluten in it, was at that Waffle House. The last meal I ever ate with gluten was about 10 years ago, and it was a bacon, egg, and cheese at a Waffle House, and I'm pretty sure it was that one. And then the next morning I was like, I'm so sick, I need to try to go off gluten and see what happens, and I ended up feeling better. But I think that was that Waffle House that I had my last gluten meal. So we're definitely getting close. I think we're just a couple minutes away. We're still on Old Hickory. It's gonna turn into Bell soon. I just took this way because I was just on the other side of town. And so I decided to take this route, but we're almost there. Okay guys, I don't know if you can really see, but we are about there. So I think I turn, there's like a street up here that I'm gonna take a right. Oh my gosh, I have not been back here in forever. I think I've like driven to it once or twice after I moved out to like show people or whatever, but I have not been back in a very, very long time. But it's cool that I remembered like where it was. I know we're taking a right. We're taking a right like right at this light. Okay guys, this is the road. Okay, so I'm turning on Cane Ridge Road. That highway in front of us is 24. So that would be like the quicker way to get there if you're coming from, you know, Nashville proper or whatever. Because this is technically the town south. And this is, wow. I don't remember it looking like this. Oh my goodness. And there were just like a couple apartment buildings here. And then I think I was like the third apartment complex. That one's Bell Hollow. That was definitely not where I lived. Oh my gosh, I think it's right here. I think it's right here. I think it's right here. Or is it the next one? Wait, is it this one or the next one? No, it's the next one. It's the next one. That one's Chimney Top. It was not Chimney Top. It was this one, the Summit. Oh my goodness. It was this one. This is where I used to live, guys. And it was up this little hill. Okay, so we'd go up this hill. And going up this hill meant that the views were beautiful. I know that sun might be in your eyes. Sorry, guys. All right, I'm going by muscle memory here. I think I lived in that building right there. I think it was like 426 or something. It was right here. I lived like right there, I think. Oh, 486 maybe? I lived in one of those. I think I lived on the second floor or the third floor? I can't remember, but I lived in like one of those. This is so crazy. This is so crazy to be back here, wow. I just turned around, but that's where I used to live. And then I just remember this view being so beautiful coming back down. I'm not really sure the camera's capturing it, but since we're pretty high up, you could see so much. And especially like a sunset or something. Oh, it was so pretty.
I seen this play out before. I moved on and now you're bored. My new relationship popping and you just can't ignore.
Hey guys, it's a little bit later. I was just editing a little bit and I made dinner. It was not dinner. I ate at like 4:30. I don't know what meal that is, but you guys know, maybe you know, that sometimes I eat dinner really early. I don't know if this still counts as dinner or what, but ate at like 4:30. I had grilled cheese and tomato soup, which is like one of my favorite things. I think the first time I even ever had tomato soup, I was like 30 or something. Like I did not grow up eating tomato soup. We had like chicken noodle soup, chicken and rice. We would do a lot of broth with like chicken broth with saltines. We did that growing up, but we never ate tomato soup. But as an adult, I tried grilled cheese and tomato soup and I was like, oh yeah, this is delicious. And I just made grilled cheese. I had here, let me show you at least the ingredients because I ate it and I didn't show you. I mean, and I didn't show you anything. So let me at least show you the ingredients that I used. Okay, so this is probably some of my favorite gluten-free bread. This is Canon Bakehouse. Canon Bakehouse gluten-free country white bread. They also have a Hawaiian bread. And I've tried it a couple times, and honestly, I think the country white's a little bit better. And I usually like American cheese in every single thing that I eat because I love American cheese, but we just don't have any right now. And so I did some Tillamook medium cheddar, which I am a sharp cheddar girl, like an extra sharp cheddar girl, but I tried this one once, and this is honestly even a little bit better than a lot of the sharp cheddars. So the Tillamook medium cheddar, I got this at Target, and then some Colby Jack. That almost fell. Did you see my reflexes? This is some Colby Jack boar's head. And then I put some red onion in it as well. And how I made it was I put 2 separate pieces of bread on a pan and I heated them up and I put some, like I kind of broke it into smaller pieces of the cheddar and of the Colby Jack. And I put it on both pieces of bread. And then I put like a cover on it, like a lid on it to try to melt the cheese. And then right at the end, I added some of the onions. And this tomato soup is probably my favorite that I found. And it's gluten-free and all that kind of stuff. Organic, Imagine, tomato basil, creamy soup. I always add more salt and pepper because I think it needs more salt and pepper, but it's really, 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 really good. So that's what I ate for dinner. So I didn't eat lunch. I was really planning on eating lunch in the car. I was planning on having like some tuna and chips, and then I forgot about it. I just completely forgot, and I got home and I was like, I didn't eat yet because I had breakfast, but I had breakfast at like 10, and then it was 4, and I'm like, I cannot go that long without eating. I was hungry. So I had that, and I've just been working a little bit, and now it's 5:30. I'm probably gonna work a little bit more, and I just do feel a little bit better than I did before. I really just do. Again, this is not like a cure-all of your mental health issues or anything, but curing them is very different than just if there's something in the moment that can help you. So like a coping mechanism, a coping strategy, you know, something that helps your anxiety or depression just kind of in the moment sometimes. And it's good to realize what those are for you. I know that I did a video maybe a month or two ago or so, kind of talking about things that help lessen my anxiety. And, you know, one was crocheting and, you know, certain TV shows and stuff like that, but then also going to that park, just certain things that if they switch your focus and, you know, they're healthy and positive, then that can be good. So I just wanted to kind of show you what I would do maybe on a day like this where it's not so bad that it's keeping me in bed, but my anxiety is still like not great, you know? And I just do feel okay now. I just do feel okay. Is that always going to happen? No. But can it happen? Yeah. Like, can certain strategies and coping mechanisms help you? For sure. It just could take a while to find out which ones work for you. But I know that certain ones that switch my focus and stuff help me. And so I just wanted to take you guys along with me today. And then also I was so excited to be able to show you that house or that apartment that I lived in like 10 years ago. The first place that I ever lived without my mom, without my dad, or dorming, because I did dorm for like a year and a half at college. But that was the first place I ever lived by myself. And I'm glad that I got to show you. And so maybe if there's any other things in Nashville or the Nashville area that you want me to show you, whether they're personal to me or just things that you've been curious about seeing or things that you've seen before but that you miss, let me know in the comments, because maybe I can show you like some other really cool places in Nashville, because it's a really cool city. There's a lot here. And so let me know in the comments if there's anything that you really want to see or that you want my opinion on, or that you want me to drive by, or you want me to try out, or anything. Just let me know in the comments. I would be very, 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 very happy to do that for you guys. But I guess that's gonna be it. I think I'm gonna put on some MasterChef. That's like one of the new shows that I like right now. Oh, MasterChef and the Goldbergs. The Goldbergs is very funny. Very, 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 very funny. And MasterChef, I've been watching for a couple months. I think I'm on season 4, like halfway through season 4. So I think I'm gonna turn that on and finish up some work and just kind of hang out. And so I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Honestly, talking to you guys and stuff through Instagram and filming, those are a couple of the things that do help me, you know, like connecting with you guys and stuff. So thank you guys so much for being here. I really hope that you're subscribed and following me on Instagram. And I guess that's gonna be it. Thanks again for watching, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. I love you. Jesus loves you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.